Executive sessions.
5 more seconds. Okay. It is 10 o'clock, Monday, July the 13th of 2026. I'll make a motion that the regular meeting of the Navarro County Commissioners Court come to order.
Second. Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we are in session. I ask everyone, please stand for opening prayer, followed by the pledge of allegiance. I'll ask David Beard to lead us in prayer. Please,
All
sir.
right. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity of being here. We thank you for the opportunity of living in a free country. Father, we pray that you just lead and guide us today in our thoughts, our actions, that we'll do what's according to your will and what's in the best interest of everyone in Navarro County. Pray that you'll protect our first responders today. You be with them. You be with our road crews as they're out on the road. Just keep them safe. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now to Texas.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Right, you may be seated. We have some who have signed up to speak. Let me locate it again. Jackie King. Remember, you got 3 minutes.
My name's Jackie King. Just yesterday, CBS News aired an interview with our Texas Railroad Commissioner, Wayne Christian. His last name is Christian. Christian declared that rural Texas is dying and that he is for data centers. Our governor has flipped on his position about data centers during the election, and after the election, he's going to flip again. People in our county are boasting, those that have sold to data centers, that they are protecting their property rights and have the right to do so. And so they do, hundreds and thousands of acres. But the contiguous properties don't have those rights. They don't have the right to protect their health and safety or the lives of their children, because I know of a family like that. That's the only job the county has, is to protect the health and safety of the people in the county. That's all. That's your only job, to protect against lawlessness, to do the roads, to obey the laws. That's all you've got, health and safety. But you have abandoned it in our county when there's so much we could have done. You have abandoned it and violated your oaths of office. More coming on that. I'm asking on item 10 that you table your resolution and regarding the new data centers, and I'm hoping that you will define what new data center means to you. Is that before they've bought the land, during, after, for how long? Until the public has had a chance to read it, consider it, and discuss it in an open forum with people of this county. See, there's a big difference between a moratorium and a resolution. Van Zandt County is the only county in Texas that has had its moratorium upheld. It is still holding fast with no legal recourse taken against it. And unlike our neighbor, Hill County, the ridiculous, stupid, arrogant Hill County decided to forego Van Zandt County's model of a moratorium. They were quickly shut down by Nexus Data LLC in their county. And so within a few short days, Hill County reversed the moratorium, but not without punishment by the Nexus. Nexus came against them for the loss of their production for a few days. with a $100 million lawsuit.
Can you sum up pretty quick, please?
Yes. So now Nexus wants to expand, they have expanded to 8,000 acres in Hill County. Now they want to come under our road, 1010 in precinct 4 miles long. I'm also asking you do not approve the posting or later approval of closing 4,224 feet of County Road 4280, also in precinct 4. That's all I have.
Thank you. All right. Zena?
My name is Zena Matthews, and I'm here representing the Sons of Confederate Veterans, Captain J.L. Talbot, Camp 359. My husband, Ronnie Matthews, is the previous commander and current adjutant of the camp. One of the goals of the Sons of Confederate Veterans is to honor their ancestors and other soldiers who died in the war by protecting and preserving monuments honoring them. I'm here to discuss the Civil War monument located on the courthouse lawn. You have a folder there with some exhibits in it, and I'm sure all of you know what statue I'm talking about, but there's a picture. The call to arms was erected in 1907 by the Navarro chapter of the United Daughters of the Confederacy, but through the years, ownership has gone to Navarro County. The call to arms is listed in the Smithsonian Institute website and is unique because it's one of the relatively few Civil War monuments depicting a musician. It hasn't been tended to for some time in the 1980s, and due to natural elements has sustained substantial damage. The Corsicana chapter of Sons of Confederate Veterans would like to have the monument restored professionally. We are in the process of raising funds for this project, but it has just come to my attention that we need the permission of this court. There aren't many companies in the area that work on large bronze statues, but we did contact 2 in Dallas we found. One was not an option because they would have to dismantle the statue and take it to Dallas, so that's out. We found another company called Bronze Conservation Service. They can come to Corsicana. They have a Facebook page under Bronze Conservation Services in Dallas, and they'll come here and do the work. So they originally gave us 2 proposals. Each one contained a minimum and maximum for each option. Option number 1 was basically cleaning and waxing it, and this would clean all of the debris that's been accumulated on it and wax it to protect it from elements. Option 2 included advanced repairing of any damage and selective patina correction, more advanced access systems, and safety equipment. But the cost of that option was just not feasible. We wanted to make sure the cost wouldn't increase the high end of their proposal, but due to the damage, I believe the cost wouldn't be any less than the higher end of that proposal. So we didn't want any surprises at the end of the process. After voicing this concern, they have given us a firm quote on the cleaning and waxing option. The gentleman with whom I am working reiterated we would be very pleased with the outcome. He has supplied pictures of another monument they worked on within the price range we've been given, and in the packet you have Exhibit 2 that has pictures of that as well as the proposal. As I'm sure you will agree, it's extremely important that the restoration was done properly. If you look at the second page of the proposal under conservation philosophy, you can see the ethical standards by which this company works. Other than the fact, it would be a shame to let this historical monument continue to deteriorate with the renovation of the courthouse and the refurbishment of Navarro's statue. We just feel like it's important to try to conserve this statue, and plus it would lend to the beauty of the property. Corsicana SDD Camp is a 501c3 organization. While they have some funds that can be applied to this project, they're applying for additional funding through several sources. They're applying for funding through the Society of the Order of the Southern Cross.
Could you sum up, please?
I'm sorry.
Could you sum up?
Yes. We have contacted Dr. Mary Jane McReynolds with the Navarro County Historical Commission, and she will be discussing in the July meeting this project. And there's the emails are in there. She said in her email, restoration of Calder Arms sounds like a daunting but very worthy task. She's also given us some other options, and we've applied for some of the funding. And there's one that hasn't contacted us yet, but I'm going to follow up should we get your approval. Thank you for listening, and I hope you agree that this project is a very worthy task.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I've also included a copy of my presentation if you have questions about things I've said.
Great, thank you. Okay, that's all that wanted to. I'll move on to our consent agenda, items 5 and 6. To approve, pay the bills as submitted by the county auditor, as well as current bills, and also consideration of approving the treasurer's report. Anything else need to be added? That's it. Okay. So we just need a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as a whole.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Of course not. Number 7 is consideration of burn ban. Good luck.
Friday and Saturday, we were seriously considering it.
Yeah, I told everybody for the last week, it's coming Monday, you might as well get ready.
And in the group text, I said, either we're gonna put the burn ban on or we're gonna swim home. And so here we are.
I've had 2 chiefs of my volunteer fire departments in precinct 4 request that we put it on.
As I think we're good now, though.
I think
The
the situation has changed.
Yeah, I say no action.
No action. Everybody in agreement on that?
No actions. You can put it on at any time.
Yeah, we need to, the judge can do it anytime.
Yes, sir. Okay, number 8 is consideration of approving the Navarro County Cleanup Day scheduled for Saturday, August 8th, 2026, and paying county share.
I have the letter and the flyer that was
Okay.
made. I think you may already have it because I sent it to Kim.
Good. Yes, sir. So if there's no discussion, we need a motion. please.
This one had some.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna do a tire day on September 4th, I understand.
Yes.
Is that right?
Thank you. That's tired of.
Our day is gonna be September. I should have. Knew with this with an ad agent being gone, so I probably shouldn't put tired day and cleanup day all together, but I'll come back and get tired day first.
Judge, I'll make a motion approving the Navarro County Cleanup Day scheduled for Saturday, August the 8th, 2026 in Plain County Sheriff.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 9 is consideration of approving documentation agreement with JP4 for 2 printers. Everybody can say this.
They're a replacement to the printers that they have already that's just constantly eating hunger. So, one's gonna come out of their budget and the other one's gonna come out of technology.
Make a motion to approve the documentation agreement with JP4 for 2 printers.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 11 is consideration of approving, I'm sorry. Go back up.
10.
Number 10 is consideration of approving a resolution regarding new data centers.
I've had this put on here. This is just another tool for us to use. We make a resolution against data centers to give to our state officials. to continue trying to get them to give us some help on these. And I'll take a look at the one that Ms. King was talking about from Van Zant later this week to see if we need to make any changes, but I had this, it was gone over by the district attorney's office and everything on it's good, so. And if anybody wants to see it, I'll have a copy of it. And I make a motion that we approve the resolution regarding new data centers.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 11, consideration of approving a cancellation of a replat of North Town Acres Tract 24 for Sunrise Fruit Property Management LLC. Stanley?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
This was one back in February. It was approved and, excuse me, at that time was not aware there was a set of deed restrictions placed on it. And back in 1972, that restricted any further subdivision of property within that subdivision. This will take care of that. It will put it back to the original condition of the property before this developer here done the plat. So what I'm asking the Commissioners Court is to reestablish that lot 24 to its original state and cancel this plat that shows it was done back in February. The developer and property owner was aware of that, and he's signed, in other words, this is his request to do that, to cancel that plat.
Is this one we've been talking about for so long out here?
North Town, yes.
Okay. Yeah, and this kind of was a little bit of an eye opener here because like he said, this place had deed restrictions on it from way back in the 70s. So sometimes the developers are coming in here wanting to do a development and presenting deed restrictions. There's already some deed restrictions from way back when. It'd have to be looked up and found, and they may be different from what the one that the new developer's trying to pass. It's the first one of these I've encountered, but I made Stanley aware of it, and when we made each other aware of it, we're gonna keep an eye on that, so it doesn't happen again.
If that's like I said, something that we could consider, I'll give this to the judge, let you read.
Yeah.
So this is to remove the deed restrictions
Just
and the,
place the
Go back to the old.
original plat back into effect before any changes were made.
okay.
And luckily, the landowner caught that and said, hey, this place already has deed restrictions for that. Nobody else, this one landowner's happened to hung on to his part this whole time. So he remembered it. The other ones, have changed hands or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll, since it's in my precinct, I'll make a motion that we approve the cancellation of a replat on Northtown Acres Tract 24 for Sunrise Group Property Management LLC.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, item number 12. Consideration of approving a replat of William Hayes subdivision number 2, tract 1 for John.
Sirocco.
Okay. Sirocco, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And that is I believe it was a non-recorded subdivision, but because of the lot sizing that he's proposing with some of it in there, it will create, in other words, it will trigger the subdivision regulations because it's lot size on one tract. And it is above the 1 acre minimum for septic system installations. And it does meet state and local regulations for
What is the 1 acre?
1 acre net.
You gotta have it.
1 acre usable area. In other words, without the setbacks,
I have people occasionally ask me about it. Can't remember exactly.
Yeah, it's 1 acre net, like 1 acre usable area for the septic system.
So for the septic system to function properly, right? Okay, gotcha. Makes sense.
Basically, all that's for is that way, they put one in and 15 years later, it's failed. They still have enough room to move over, put a new one in.
Gotcha. Okay, we need motions, gentlemen. Thank, unless, of course, not through talking about stuff.
And I'll make a motion of approving the replat of Raymond Hayes subdivision number 2, track 1 for John.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 13 is consideration of approving a replat of THL Country Estates Lot 3 for Cindy Morris.
Yes, sir. This is out precinct 3 Dawson area. Again, it's
Did you look at the map on this?
Sir,
It shows southeast 3048C.
where does it show?
The map,
I'm not sure.
the map shows off County Road southeast 3048C. And the description shows it off 1838 in Dawson. So I don't know if it says,
Yeah, this is a mistake. That is not in the correct, plat.
right. Yeah, you weren't here
So,
Friday.
I mean, I'd be comfortable if you want to table that and I'll get you the corrected version. Because it's, I mean, it's a simple replat, but you haven't seen it yet, so. Yeah. Yeah, I apologize about that. I don't know how I got that in there, but yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you weren't here Friday. I wanted to correct it Friday, but you weren't here, so.
I'll get you the corrected one on the next agenda.
Okay. Well, I will move that we table the approving a replat for THL Country Estates Lot 3 for Cindy Morris due to a mistake on the mapping on the replat for Commissioner's Court.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 14 is consideration of approving an amended Navarro County subdivision manual.
Yes, and I'm hoping this takes care of a lot of problems that we've been having on these subdivisions and reviews of them. I have sent this through district attorney's office. They've sent back copies. I hope y'all got the copies that I got. Okay. But anyway, the district attorney approved the version that I have here. And they went through it with a fine tooth comb, finding everything that it could, provisions, asking questions and trying to get everything established that would fit with our old version and what would be taken into effect with the new versions. Again, if y'all don't have that copy, then I'm going to ask you to table it until.
No, Kim made a copy. It's on the bookcase out there. I've had a chance to look at it, so.
Well, I talked to, me and, our county lawyer, Terry Jackson, talked to Bob Hall out at the country club here a while back when he was here for something else about this. And I talked to Stanley and we tightened up the manual everywhere we could. It was, nothing that violated state law. We had Bob up at the DA's office go through it all to make sure it was all good. And I'm okay with doing something with it today. If you can remember off the top of your head, maybe some of the things that we tightened up on or we changed.
Road bond issues, construction bonds, drainage. Excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm trying. I had oral surgery. But anyway, like the drainage issues, road issues, that ought to be taken care of from this day on. In other words, they have to supply or submit to the Commissioner's Court a drainage plan showing what's going on out there as far as the stormwater that affects that area, how it's gonna affect your existing roadways, your culverts, any detention ponds that are gonna be needed in those areas. As far as road construction, the road bonds to cover the existing roads that go into that new area to help accommodate the commissioners should they tear that roadway up, it is their liability to come back in and repay you for what damage was done.
Also read in it that there is a requirement that they have some sort of paperwork from their water supply company
Yes.
and the electric company, they can get power and water.
Yes, and like I say, that's what Jason and I were talking about, trying to strengthen some of this stuff.
Yes, sir, that's needed.
It was getting so bad that I'm hoping that it does, and I assume that it covers new subdivisions and the replats. The replat will also have to show where if there's any existing deed restrictions, they have to supply me with a copy of those restrictions. And also they have to go to the water utility district and the electrical provider to show me that even though it's an existing subdivision been approved, it says that it can get water, prove to me again that you have the availability from that company, the utility, to do this replat.
Because if you're replanting, putting more houses in there, that's gonna be a infrastructure problem for the water supply company.
These developers are finding these 10-acre tracts and resplitting it to smaller tracts. And that's where we're coming up with a lot of these issues. And it's, like I say, we've tried to cover everything in here that can be covered and go by the statute.
Yeah. I'm with you. I'm good at approving this today if everybody else is.
I don't want to put it on me.
Yeah. Well,
We're just trying to tighten it up because what a lot of the developers were doing was saying, yeah, the water company says there's access to water. Well, yeah, there may be access to water, but they're not telling you that it's gonna cost $450,000 to connect the water there. What this is trying to help do is make them go to the water company and say, there is gonna be water.
Yeah, transparency.
At that subdivision, there will be water at that subdivision.
I periodically have calls. I had a call a couple of weeks ago from a lady wanting me to hook her water up.
Yeah.
Because the developer told her that the county would do that for
Yeah,
her.
I get them all the time. So.
I said, no, that's a private company. You need to go to that company and talk to them about your water.
Yeah, but like I say, this is more of a commitment letter between the developer and that water utility district. And not just a service group.
Right.
This is actually saying it's gonna cost this much for that developer. Once, and again, because of the way this rates are written, I hold that final plat. This Mylar copy, I hold it until they complete all of the road bonds, drainage easements. Y'all want to go look at the property and tell me that you're okay with what's going on out there until I get approval from that commissioner, from that precinct, then I'm not bringing it to you at all for approval. And once we get everything in place, in other words, it will have to follow it to the letter, what's in this book, before y'all even see it. And it should be, all issues should be handled before you even think about any approval.
Is there a manual available to the public or to whoever
Yes,
requests
it
one?
will be on the website this afternoon once everything's done.
Okay.
Or I'll request that it be on there and Terry can handle that. It's not going on.
$99.99.
99.99.
Hey, I'll put it on there.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Stanley, have you ever, do you require like sometimes they call them subdivision bonds or interconnect bonds?
That's in here.
It's in there
That's what
too.
we're doing. Yeah,
Okay.
that's sure the construction costs.
Okay, yeah.
If that developer bails.
Yep.
They put money up front saying that.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
subdivision bonds are what require them to make sure the connection, like he was just talking about, to the city line or the county line, the water line is done. So them posting that bond would hopefully stop your issue with the lady coming out there and
Yep.
saying, hey, I don't have it. So, I'm glad that's in there because that'll protect the
Yeah.
county.
Yeah, they have to submit that with enough money in that. So that if they bail and they leave it, just the we're done, we can have to complete. Yes, you do, because you're.
Yes, the bonding company will step in and have another GC come and fix it.
And that would help. I had, several years ago, I had a problem. There was a subdivision out at Navarro Mills Lake that had been replatted, put in there, roadways and everything. It was in the county clerk's office, but the developer never built the subdivision. But this property that was landlocked, the people came to me and they wanted me to put the road back in there. And I said, there never was a road in there. Yeah, here it is on the replat. It shows
Yeah.
in the county clerk's office, there was a road there. So that will fix that problem
Yes.
too.
Judge.
Yes, sir.
May I ask Stanley a question?
Sure.
You mentioned that this was a revision of the subdivision.
The existing statutes that the state gives us,
Right.
with regulations. This is a version of an option of the existing law.
Do you know when those previous statutes around that time were last looked at?
In the eighties,
Okay.
we'll say 87. So, well, it's been a while.
Well, I was born in the 80s, so it wasn't that long ago. Or actually, I was born in the 70s. 80s was
I was
not long
about to say,
ago.
you wasn't born in the eighties.
No.
I got the boots there. I graduated high school in the eighties. I know you was on the board.
I was born in 78, so.
That's close.
Let's move on, quit talking about age. I don't want to get to that.
We need a motion, please.
I move that we approve the amended Navarro County subdivision manual.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? None. Motion passes.
Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Hey,
Stanley.
Stanley, y'all hang around. I got a call Friday about a subdivision that y'all need to be aware of.
Okay.
This is just some feelers being put out, but probably gonna happen.
You're not gonna make this public, right?
No, I probably.
Just want to make sure it's in what we're doing.
No, it's an RV park.
All
And,
right, okay.
it's supposedly huge too.
All right. Item 15 is,
So,
15.
and I have signed no non-disclosure agreements. Don't go there. I just got a feeler for somebody buying some property, gonna put in a bunch of RV parks. So y'all need to be aware of that.
Okay.
all right, still in 14, correct?
No, 15.
15.
Well, I thought it was 15. Okay.
We cleared 14.
Item 15 is reevaluation of temporary fuel adjustment for haulers operating for Navarro County precincts.
So Judge, if you remember back in, I guess, April, we did a fuel surcharge adjustment for the guys when all the war in the Middle East was going on. It was a ceasefire, so diesel prices came down at least a few weeks ago. Then we started launching bombs again. So it's up to you guys whether we want to suspend this. It's what diesel driving in today is kind of mid-4s right now. Obviously, it was up in the high 5s. So we were given the haulers a benefit there because obviously their rates were based on a high $3 diesel gallon. So it's up to you guys whether you want to go, pull this off or leave it on and put it back on in 2 weeks and see what happens.
I thought we were doing like a sliding scale.
We did, but at some point it was going to come back down to where it was. We don't need to do a fuel adjustment anymore. So when I had it on here a few weeks ago, we were in the middle of a ceasefire and Strait was open and diesel prices were coming down. But again, it just kind of popped up in the last week. So you guys, we're kind of still north of where we were when we put this in place. So I would probably say leave it intact for at least another 2 weeks and see what happens, but it's obviously decisions to go.
I'm fine with leaving it for now.
Yeah,
There's no action.
yeah. Since we meet every 2 weeks, if
Yeah, I'll just
it
put it back
shoots
on.
back up, we can do it again.
Judge, I would just say no action.
No action. That's what I got written down on. Okay, dope. Well, we'll need one of the commissioners to make that motion to take no action. I think that would be a good idea.
I'll make a motion that we take no action for the fuel adjustment for the haulers operating in the Navarro County precinct.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 16 is consideration of approving a utility easement for Mastech Black Fiber LLC on Northeast County Road 2060 in Precinct 1.
This is the same thing that we've been doing at the Commissioners Court where they're running fiber optic line, on the internet. I'll make a motion that we consider approving utility easement for Mastech Light Fiber LLC on Northeast County Road 2060 in Precinct 1.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry and Commissioner Moore at the same time. I'm giving it to Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 17 is consideration of accepting surety bond for WTG Hubbard Transmission LLC in Precinct 3.
Yeah, this is a road that they started building, a pad for an energy transfer gas pipeline that they're going to tap into and send it to that data center over in Hubbard. And I made them get a road bond and a road use agreement because it's going to have a lot of heavy traffic on it. And so that's what this is about. I move that we accept a surety bond for West Texas Gas Hubbard Transmission LLC in Precinct 3.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. And second. Make sure I got the right one here. This is number 18.
18.
Okay. Consideration of approving a utility easement for Nexus Data LLC on Southwest County Road 1010 in Precinct 4.
Yeah, this is, and of course, this is a data center going in over in Hill County. They're gonna run some lines all the way in here to Corsicana. It's gonna cross some of our roads. It's a utility easement. We don't have any legal reason not to allow them to do the easement as long as they do it according to our specs. And this is to cross 1010. It's coming up, it's coming down Highway 31 all the way from Hubbard. When it gets out here right past the city limit sign outside of town on 31, that little short road that goes back there to, what is it, Park Road, which is actually Southwest County Road 1010. They're gonna go under both roadways. Of course, it'll be according to the depth that it's supposed to be and all that sort of thing. So we don't have any reason not to approve that. So I'll make a motion we approve a utility easement for Nexus Data LLC on Southwest County Road 1010 in Precinct 4.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Motion carries. Number 20 is consideration of approving the posting of closing.
No, number 19.
We're on that. All right, consideration of approving Nexus Data LLC to cross Southwest County Road 1010 in Precinct 4. Oh, that's what we just did.
This is the same thing.
It's a utility easement and a road crossing.
Yeah. The first one, 18, was a utility easement to go down 1010.
Gotcha.
This one is to cross the road. I may have got those backwards. Anyway, I make a motion to approve Nexus Data LLC to cross Southwest County Road 1010 in Precinct 4.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 20, this is number 20, right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
This one,
Make sure.
this one we went through all these other 19 to get to.
Yeah, all right. Number 20 is consideration of approving the posting of closing, approximately 424 feet of Northwest County Road 2480 in precinct 4.
Yes, this is a road that has not been maintained to our knowledge for the last 25 years. It's overgrown. It's on our books as a roadway. What the problem is, the landowner has contacted me twice about closing this road. It's just a little short road that shoots up into their property. And it's right next to some property that is public hunting land, belongs to some other people, but they allow the Texas Parks and Wildlife to use it as public hunting land. The problem is these people are driving up in on this other property and hunting on it instead of hunting on the public lands. They don't want to cross the fence to go over there. It's grown up. I went out and took some pictures of it. They can't even stay on the road because there's trees and brush and mesquite in the roadways. And so they requested that it be closed, that we consider approving the posting of closing that. What that's going to entail, I will have to take some documents out there in plastic bags, post them at that site, and allow people for 30 days to register their opposition or they're for closing the road. And then we'll take that up in a meeting 30 days or after those 30 days are over, and we'll review that and see what we can do there. But there's no reason for it to be a road. It hasn't been used by anybody except hunters in years, and the people are getting tired of picking up the people's trash that they go out there and then they hunt, and this way it will allow them to put a fence across that. And if they want to, and the other land is right there on the county road that goes by it, the public hunting land, they can access it there. And there's gates and all that, but they keep driving in on these other people's property. So I make a motion to approve the posting of closing approximately 4,224 feet of Northwest County Road 4280 in precinct 4.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, we need one more motion.
I move we adjourn.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say bye-bye. Thank y'all for coming.
Are you not entertained?